It is indeed a timely initiative to look back and cherish the roots of our friendship. Our dearly earned independence was a fight against tyranny premised on our stony resolve to establish democracy and uphold human rights and dignity. Like every other democratic movement in this country, in the past as well as the ones that followed later, the liberation war was also led by Bangladesh Awami League, with our father of the nation, Bangabandhu Sheikh Mujibur Rahman, spearheading. In this blood-drenched fight for independence, we had received love from people of all corners of the world. The freedom-loving people of the United States of America supported our cause, even when their government had other priorities. I recall with deep respect the courageous decision of the then US Consul General in Dhaka, Mr. Archer K. Blood, and his team to register their dissent to the US government's policy that is famously known as the Blood Telegram. He and his team wrote, I quote, "We have chosen not to intervene, even morally, on the grounds that the Awami conflict, in which unfortunately the overworked term genocide is applicable, is purely internal matters of a sovereign state. Private Americans have expressed their disgust. We hope that our true and lasting interest here can be defined and our policies redirected in order to salvage our nation's position as a moral leader of the free world." Unquote. The support for Bangladesh by the people of the United States of America remained strong throughout the war and only grew stronger as people like Senator Edward M. Kennedy continued to advocate for the right cause that the people of Bangladesh were fighting and dying for. During his visit to Bangladesh in February 1972, he said, and I again quote, "I have come to Bangladesh to bring you the prayers and hopes of millions of people of the United States of America. While some governments do not yet recognize you, the people of the world do recognize you, and they recognize all you have accomplished here in the name of freedom from tyranny and oppression. We are brothers in liberty, and no man, no policy, no government can change that fact. We are with you in spirit, and the leaders of America will not be far behind." Unquote. Indeed, the US government went on recognizing independent Bangladesh within few months of Senator Kennedy's visit. Ladies and gentlemen, in more than 50 years of our independence, we walked a long way as a nation. Over this period, Bangladesh has achieved middle-income status with hope and aspirations to be a developed and smart country by 2041. With 3 consecutive terms of Awami League government over the past 14 years under the leadership of Honorable Prime Minister Sheikh Hasina, Bangladesh has brought over 40 million people out of poverty. Our pro-poor, pro-women policy that led us to such success received support and partnership from our foreign friends, including the USA. I cherish our dynamic, multifaceted, multidimensional relationship with the US that has evolved over these years and spans from the economic area to security, transnational issues, and climate change. May I recall what the then Secretary of State John Kerry said, standing in this very building during his first visit to Bangladesh in 2016, and I quote, "I'm not sure that anyone would have predicted a decade ago that our countries would have been consulting closely on regional security, that Bangladesh should be using American cutters to patrol the Bay of Bengal, and that our shared agenda would include everything from counterterrorism to the environmental health and sustainability of our oceans." Unquote. Ladies and gentlemen, undeniably, the friendship between our countries has deepened and broadened to the length that allows us to frankly debate on our differences while working closely together to mutually benefit from our complementarities and alignments. Our partnership with the USA in fighting COVID-19 pandemic is a true example of what we can do together. We appreciate the continued support by the US government towards Rohingyas temporarily sheltered in Bangladesh. However, the long-pending repatriation of Rashid Chaudhuri, a self-confessed convicted killer of Bangabandhu, finding refuge in a friendly country like USA, remains a source of deep regret. Dear audience, in our developmental journey, we have sought and will continue to pivot partnership of regional and global friends, including the USA, with a goal of eradication of poverty and emancipation of our people, I hope our such international engagements will not be seen from a narrow prism and rather be viewed as our pragmatic quest for development. I thank you all. Joy Bangla, Joy Bangabandhu. Long live US Bangladesh friendship.